All right, so Game just released a new mixtape hosted by DJ Drama, where he has two songs in particular that are pretty controversial right now. On one song, it appears that he's dissing Kendrick, and on the other song, it appears that he's taking shots at Candace Owens, of all people. So the song where people think he's dissing Kendrick is called America's Nightmare. They say he's calling out fake streams and shooting shots at Kendrick Lamar. People have said Game has been Team Drake this whole time. Let's hear it.
Riding around with this Drake, no friend. Fuck the dap and fake hugs. Fuck these apps and fake thugs. Fake ass followers, fake ass streams and fake buzz.
I don't think that particular section of the song has any Kendrick disses or anything that could even be really construed as a Kendrick diss. Game says he's riding around with this Drake, no friends, to play on words. Drake being Drake the rapper who has a song called No New Friends, and Drake being a Draco, which is like a AK-47 style like thing. I don't know. I think Dracos are stupid personally. It has no stock, so you can't really control what you're aiming at. But anyway, here's the part where I think people are getting it construed as a Kendrick diss, where he says fake followers, fake streams, and fake buzz. So this is kind of an angle that Drake took towards Kendrick during their beef, and Kendrick also took this angle towards Drake. Basically, you're using bots. I mean, they each said that about each other, but I don't think this one is too inflammatory. Let's get on to the next one. All right, so now this is a very obvious Kendrick reference, right? So let's just point out the most obvious bar here. I put 12 dots on you and park you like that dude, GNX. So 12 dots, K dot, Kendrick. This is his nickname, K dot. Game is doing a play on words. I put 12 dots on you. Dots being lasers, perhaps from a firearms optic, and park you like a GNX. Kendrick's album, GNX. We understand it. I know y'all understand it. I'm explaining it for the people who don't understand. The part I think people will take as a Kendrick diss is when he says, "What's a Grammy to somebody who out here spinning jets?" So basically saying like, yo, I got money, I don't need a Grammy. I actually understand why people will take this as a shot at Kendrick. Kendrick is like the most Grammy darling in hip hop history. The Grammys love the guy, the industry loves him, so he gets all the Grammys. Game saying, yo, what's a Grammy to someone like me who get money anyways? And this is an angle that J. Cole would take at Kendrick.
Fuck the Grammys, cause them crackers ain't never done nothing for me.
Saying like, yo, I don't care about no Grammys. So I can understand why people are perceiving this as a Kendrick diss. Maybe not the first one, but when you combine the first one with the second one, it's like, okay, bro, he's obviously trying to say something to us. He's talking about his Grammys. He mentions the GNX. He's like, yo, I'm riding around with a Drake, fake streams. So here's another song with potential Kendrick disses.
Los Angeles King, show me a rooftop, I shouted. Nigga y'all thought was king, ain't gonna do nothing about it.
This caption says, it's a Game asking Kendrick to diss him after he calls himself King of LA, and that the other man calls himself that, and he won't do nothing about it. Okay, so let's see. Game says, I don't turn up people's albums. First guys were scared of my brother. Assume Game is talking about his brother, Big Face. So I started pulling up without him. LA King, give me a rooftop, I'll shout it. And the man you thought was king ain't gonna do nothing about it. So obviously there is no direct slight to Kendrick here. I don't even think there's a Kendrick reference here. But who would people say is the king of LA right now in terms of hip hop? I mean, come on, man. People would say Kendrick, even though neither Kendrick or Game are from LA. Like, Kendrick is not from LA and Game is not from LA. They're from Compton. But, you know, this is like the first time in history that I've seen Compton guys claiming LA. Usually you meet someone from Compton, you meet someone from Long Beach. They're very adamant. Like, no, I'm from Compton, I'm not from LA. No, I'm from Long Beach, I'm not from LA. This is like the first time in history I'm seeing Compton people be like, I'm from LA. To me, it's just odd, but you know, anyway, we welcome you. Welcome to LA. And then here's the last one. Is Game making fun of Kendrick on his Left Out record by using his flow and insinuating that Kendrick felt left out.
You following trends, I'm going with the wind. I don't want to hang with you niggas, my arm in the rim.
If this is supposed to be Kendrick's flows, this is a terrible interpretation.
And what's a Vince Carter to Kobe, nigga? Even after I died, you can't hold me, nigga.
This sound like Kendrick flow to y'all?
All that snooping around must be the veggies. I'm the only one pistol whipping legends.
All that snooping around must be the veggies. Snoop Dogg, veggies, weed, like you must be high. Is that what he's saying? Because Kendrick had a bar like that on Whacked Out Murals.
Snoop posted tailor-made, I prayed it was the edible.
Cause I just mixed the liquor with Excedrin,
Okay, so yeah, the awe. See, I was gonna say I don't even think he's imitating Kendrick because it just doesn't sound like a Kendrick interpretation. But the whole awe. Okay, this is obviously an ode to Kendrick.
In the car with Mike Conception, killing with my legs spin. I ain't feeling left out.
Okay, I mean, F your album, we don't want to hear it. I'm speaking in, somebody wrote this on the notes app. Bro, just pull up Genius. F both you guys, now nobody wins. Okay, I could see how that could be a reference to Kendrick and Drake. Was Vince Carter to Kobe? After I die, you can't hold me. Stop calling me a bro, you ain't homies. If you live on the coast, you owe me. For all the things I showed you, you're not Tyrese, you Jody. You know, I'm not mad at people who think this is a Kendrick diss, because I do think Game is putting this in his lyrics, leaving it up to our interpretation with just enough there for you to think it's about Kendrick. Like, yo, we gonna try to Kendrick flow into Kendrick ad libs. Then we gonna say some inflammatory stuff. Yo, if you live on the coast, I'm Kobe, you Vince Carter. Obviously, Game wants us to talk about it. We're here talking about it. And if you follow the Game's career, like I've been following Game's career almost since the very beginning. You know, the Can't Stop, Won't Stop freestyle. You know, that Young Guns freestyle that he did way back when. This is what Game does. He name drops. He's gonna name drop you, bro. Like he mentions a bunch of people. He's gonna stir up controversy in the best way he can, which is by dissing and by name dropping people. This is just what he does. Y'all know how Uncle Murder does the wrap up, year 2020 wrap up, what happened this year? He'll mention like all the pop culture stuff. Really, Game is someone who should be doing something like that, because that's like his style anyway. He's already name dropping a bunch of people on records, and obviously he's not afraid to say things that are controversial. Truthfully, I think Game just feels left out. He wasn't at the LA Super Bowl when the LA Rams won the Super Bowl in LA. Like, he wasn't there. 50 Cent was there. Eminem was there. Kendrick was there. Dre was there. Mary J. Blige was there, you know. Snoop was there. Game was not there. He really should have been there, right? Especially if 50 Cent's there. Like, they have songs together that they could have done, right? But he wasn't there. We didn't see him at the pop-out show. Personally, I think that's a personal decision by Game. I think people blow that up a lot. Like, yo, he wasn't at pop-out show. Kendrick's not messing with him. Bro, Game could have just bought tickets, but it was open to the public. Like, I don't think he was blacklisted. He's just a controversial guy. This is just what he does. This doesn't surprise me from Game. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if him and Kendrick were texting, messaging each other like, as this is all being rolled out. Just doesn't surprise me. And then finally, Game has a song on this mixtape called The Assassination of Candace Owens, where Game defends Candace Owens' rights to speak her truth. So anyway, many of you might be wondering why he titled a song The Assassination of Candace Owens. Obviously, we saw the Charlie Kirk assassination earlier this year. Charlie Kirk, Candace Owens, they were like best friends. And the way that Candace Owens is speaking now, particularly about Israel.
The modern 1948 created state of Israel, it is very much involved in what can only be described as demonic behavior.
Has people thinking just a matter of time before she gets assassinated. So I think that's why Game is using this title. It could be seen in bad taste. I mean, the title, it could be seen in bad taste, even though he's not really dissing her on this song. If she is assassinated, yo, my song, I already got a song titled The Assassination of, therefore my song is gonna go up in views if she does get assassinated. That's just how I see it, because he could have titled the song anything, right? So yeah, Game raps, let that woman speak her truth and I will love her like my mama, love her like Kamala, love her like Obama. As y'all know, a lot of us loved Kamala Harris. I wasn't one of them. But, you know, in California especially, people love Kamala Harris. She's probably gonna run for governor and win. I mean, people love Kamala Harris. Black folks, we love Kamala. Not me, but yeah, a lot of black people loved Kamala Harris. A lot of black people voted for her. Candace Owens was not one of those black people. Candace Owens went on a huge expose of Kamala Harris. Like, she really went in on Kamala Harris.
First thing that I thought when I saw the photo of her sitting on her great grandmother's lap was that this doesn't look like a grandparent affection going on here. Like, this woman looks like she could be working for the family.
My people, we love Kamala Harris for some reason. Truth hurts. It's like a neck shot who really killed Charlie Kirk. His body's not yet settled in the dirt. Why you carrying on like that? Are you a Andre 3000 verse? This is just some rapper stuff like, yo, like, I'm the best rapper, I got bars. So he isn't really getting too, this is why I think the title of the song is a little bit in bad taste, because he isn't even really talking about like her views or anything she said, kind of like that. Kind of just name drops her. name drops Charlie Kirk. Like, it's hard to even gather what he feels about Candace Owens by listening to this song. But her name is in the title, right? I think it's, again, this is the game though, the rapper, the game. I think it's an attempt to be controversial. If you follow Game's career for any amount of time, he is not above this type. This is what he does. He's not above this type of thing, right? This is a crazy thing to name a song. She actually responded to it.
Game. He has a song on his track list in this upcoming album that's entitled The Assassination of Candace Owens. Why the game? Why's it gotta be song number 13? What's going on? This better not be predictive programming, okay? We know how Hollywood gets down.
So Candace Owens, she's looking at Game like, bro, you're Hollywood. Like, what are you doing their bidding? Like, are you in cahoots with them to take me? Like, yo, over there on that side of YouTube, it's so like paranoid, especially considering what happened to Charlie Kirk. So she's like, yo, are you a part of Hollywood? Why is this track number 13? Numerology, the meaning of 13. Like,
it is what it is. There's beef in these streets, okay? There's beef in these streets, and you better be scared because maybe I am coming for you, okay? I could be coming for you. I might drop a whole album. I might drop a whole mixtape too.
Ultimately, she conceded that she was flattered by having a song named after her, regardless of the context.
I think it is a form of flattery. Obviously, I'm friends with Ye. They do use a lot of metaphors, so I'm not offended by this.
So yeah, Candace Owens, people have been like hot and cold on her in like the hip hop community. At first, they didn't like her. And now I think people are kind of warming up to her. So I think the fact that she's in like name dropped in a rap song and it's not in a derogatory way, I think she's kind of like, I'm not mad at this, you know? Because Eminem put her in a song not long ago and dissed her.
I hope the song lyrics are cool and it's not a diss track. And it's not gonna be like Eminem crying about me on a whole album, but.
I think she finds the support flattery, yeah. But at the same time, she's like, yo, could we not do this right now as I'm getting over the death of my friend? And yo, her thing is also my thing, like, yo, could we change the title of the song? Does it have to be titled like The Assassination of Me?
Do I love the timing? Could I get a break for 6 months, maybe, and not have that title be there? Sure, but I'm totally okay with this.
And then here is Game explaining the title track.
There's this like one track called The Assassination of Candace Owens.
Yeah.
Why that title?
Recently, I've been seeing like conspiracy theories and about Candace Owens. So it was like people were conspiring her. So what it was is more so an assassination of the character. So I just used that because it was like current news, but it's not. The song is not about Candace.
Are you worried about Candace coming for you about this? I mean,
yeah, no, I'm not. I'm not worried about Candace. But then again, you got to hear the song. She said that people were trying to assassinate her. So all I did was say it too. You know what I'm saying? Candace Owens, man, she real smart, really intelligent woman. But if she comes for me, I mean, it is what it is, man.
It is what it is. There's beef in these streets, okay? I'm totally okay with this. I think it's kind of cool. I actually kind of think it's cool. I hope the song lyrics are cool. I hope you feel free to use a little audio from the podcast. That would be cool. You could use a strip of me saying something. Everything is fake and gay would be super, super fly. Everything is fake and gay. Please put that in the song.
Yeah, y'all let me know what y'all think about that. The Kendrick news, the Kendrick joint and the Candace Owens joint. I think both are, this is literally just what Game does. Nothing surprises me. This is all just for controversy to stir up views. He does this all the time. Anytime he drops a project, he's gonna put a little drama around it to gain views. If it works, it's smart. He knows his bag. He sticks to his bag. Really, Game needs to do the end of year wrap ups, like how Uncle Murda does it, but that's on the East Coast. Game, that could be your whole pocket right there. So anyway, let me know what y'all think of this video in the comments. Top5rapwebsite.com.